Good morning. What is happening? It is your boy, Matty Milligan, and this is the Underground Marketing Conspiracy. You'll notice that this episode is a little bit different from my usual episodes where I'm sitting behind my computer working. Today I escaped and went up north with a couple friends to Quebec on Lake Kippawa near Temiskaming, and I worked very hard the last 3 months, and a few weeks ago I felt a little bit burnt out, so my friends just asked me if I wanted to come up here, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. Let's go up there just for a few days." Benefit of living in the 21st century is that I can just tether my laptop to my phone and work from basically anywhere. He even has a signal booster up here, so it makes it a lot easier for me to shoot videos, get online, whatever it may be with regards to me getting on my computer and having access to the internet. Hold on, I'm just gonna have a quick seat in this Muskoka chair. So, I want to talk today about the importance of actually taking rest and relaxation. Now, if you're like me, maybe you've read a lot of these motivational rah-rah hustle books where they tell you to hustle every single day and only rest when you're tired and 10x everything. And that's really what you need to do in general if you want to be successful in life. It's like you need to be working very hard consistently, but when you are actually tired and when you need rest, you need to have that self-awareness to actually just take time and do it. Now, the only time you should rest is really when you do need to recuperate that mental and spiritual and physical strength in order for you to come back at it harder. That's really what I like to do. I like to go all out for a little bit of time, and then when I notice that I'm feeling tired or burnt out, or my ideas aren't that great, or I have to make a big decision, those are really the times when I like to escape the city and just work on some things. This is probably the perfect place because near us there's probably not a human being for probably like 5 to 10 kilometers at least. And it's funny because actually we weren't alone last night. We were cooking here. As soon as we got here, I heard these howling, and I'm like, "What is that?" And I hear it, and it's very consistent, and it was definitely wolves howling. And my friends were like, "Oh, that can't be it. Like it's probably just a pheasant or a loon or something." And then sure enough, we're cooking food later on the grill, just right over here, and they hear it too. They're like, "Wow, like did you hear that?" And then I don't know. We all had probably a couple beers, so we just decided to howl back at these wolves, and we should have just shut up, honestly, and just let them howl. But for whatever reason, we howled, and then we went inside and ate our food and watched a movie. But it's something where if you live in the city, for example, like me, where it's just so busy and noisy, specifically, especially in my area lately, where there's been construction constantly for almost 3 years, you forget that this where I am right now is actually the normal kind of sound level and amount of stimulation that you should be seeing every single day. Not this just constant bombardment of noise and traffic. It's really just about being at peace. And again, the easiest way to just clear your thinking is to go somewhere without too many other people to influence you. Just relax and chill and recuperate a little bit. But it's super important as well, more so just for, I would say, your mental and spiritual well-being instead of your really physical well-being. And for me specifically, I just left a mastermind recently, so I'm in the process of figuring out my next steps. And one of my clients I've been working with, he himself signed up for a different mastermind, and he asked me if I wanted to go into that one at no cost. And for me, I like to pay for courses in masterminds and really just anything in general because I'm the kind of person that when I pay for something, whoops, it's going to make me more likely to actually take action and follow through with implementing all the stuff that you learn in this mastermind in this course. So that's something where I decided to just leave my other one. I learned a lot in my other one, and it was a great experience. I just kind of hit a point where I was like, okay, I feel pretty comfortable, have a lot of certainty and confidence in what I'm doing right now, so let's just go out on my own and stop paying the monthly amount into that mastermind. Learned a lot of that, met a lot of awesome people, but it just kind of felt like time. And I want to do that before I went away. And the reason why is that I just didn't want to have it on the back of my mind while I was up here. I just wanted to kind of come up here, clear my thoughts. I'm still going to be working a little bit up here and reading more so, but it's really important that you just leave and get away from things if ever feel stuck or you're just struggling with anything. It's such a quick kind of ninja hack where you can just basically start feeling better. But yeah, I'm going to be shooting a few more of these videos up here. But so how does marketing and sales and business relate to the concept that I'm talking about today? Well, pretty straightforward. I almost just explained it before, where when you have when you feel burnt out in your business, or maybe you're an employee and you're very high up, maybe you're an executive in a company, maybe you're a C-suite level executive, and you need to figure out the next steps for something. This is when, again, it's really important that you just, if it's you that needs to make those decisions, that you get away and don't allow other people to influence your thinking. You have to go out on your own and come up with some ideas on your own, but more so weigh out the pros and cons of what you're doing all by yourself. Now, this isn't going to be easy for a lot of people, especially if you're a newer entrepreneur and you haven't made necessarily that many hard decisions, but a lot of business owners, what they do is, and I've seen it, entrepreneurs, from what I've seen, have a lot of hard times resting and taking time off because they're so focused on what they're doing. They want to see success even faster. They're super passionate about what they're doing. They have so many different ideas that they want to implement, and they know that time is limited. So for a lot of people, they just don't want to actually just take off that time for themselves to relax and recuperate. But it's so necessary, because when you leave, you just come back with so much mental clarity. It was actually a few years ago that I came up here when I had a big decision as well, where I was in my current job and I've been doing it for a while, and it just didn't feel right. Like, I liked the people I worked with. It just was a point in my life where I'm like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. So I decided to actually leave that job a few months later and then get a job at another company doing mostly business consulting and helping people with their e-commerce stores. But again, this happened completely randomly, that I came up to this same location where I made some important decisions by myself before. Completely random. For you, maybe it'll be one single spot that you go to. Maybe it'll be different spots that you go to escape. But it's so important that you take the time at some point to just rest and relax, regather all of your mental and physical and spiritual strength, so you can come at it even harder. Oh, sorry, the camera's a little bit shaky. My hands are a little bit cold. It's only like 9 something in the morning where we are here, and it's a little bit cold on the lake. But and yeah, a place like this is absolutely perfect, because to get here, you have to drive like 4 or 5 hours north of Toronto, and then get on a boat, and then boat over here. It takes like a 10-15 minute boat ride to get over here by boat, and then unload everything, go inside. And there's no electricity here, obviously, other than the solar panels, so that's a good way as well to just escape it. But going in something here where it's just absolutely silent, man, you can get really good thinking done. So hope this was really helpful for you guys today. If you did enjoy this video, I want you to consider subscribing to this podcast and series of videos that I release on YouTube. And if you have any questions or you have any ideas on topics, I want you to include those in the comments below. If you like this video, you know what to do. If you didn't like it, not impressed with you, or you shouldn't probably be impressed with me, because it just means that I have to improve the content, which I'm in the process of doing by practicing this almost every single day. And yeah, this one was a little bit shorter than usual, but you guys know how the way it is sometimes. And yeah, I will see you all as soon as possible for the next episode of The Underground Marketing Conspiracy. Have a great day.